There is a moment right after the glass shatters where everything goes quiet. You know that moment. You have lived in it. It's the moment when the betrayal finally hits home, when the disrespect becomes undeniable, when the people you trusted, the people you bled for, finally show you exactly who they are. And in that moment, they looked at you. They saw the tears in your eyes. They saw the slump in your shoulders. They heard the silence where your fight used to be, and they made the biggest mistake of their lives. They smiled. They thought they had won. They thought that because you stopped arguing, you were defeated. They thought that because you stopped explaining yourself, you were broken. They looked at the wreckage of your heart, and they congratulated themselves. They thought, finally, we crushed him. We put him in his place. He is finished. It is almost tragic how wrong they were. It is almost funny, because they didn't understand what they were looking at. They were looking at a chrysalis and calling it a corpse. They were looking at a seed being buried in the dirt and calling it a funeral. They didn't know the first rule of thermodynamics. Energy cannot be created or destroyed. It can only be transformed. And that pain, that massive crushing weight they dropped on you, it didn't kill you. It condensed you. It pressurized you. They thought they were burying you, but they were actually loading a weapon. This is the fatal error of the narcissist, the manipulator, the fake friend. They mistake kindness for weakness. They mistake patience for submission. For years, you held yourself back. You walked on eggshells. You dimmed your light so you wouldn't blind them. You kept the beast in a cage because you wanted to be a good person. You wanted to be loved. You were the one holding the leash. But when they broke you, do you know what they really did? They didn't break you. They broke the cage. They cut the leash. They destroyed the only thing that was protecting them from your true nature. The nice guy is dead. They killed him. We can admit that. The version of you that apologized for existing, he is gone. The version of you that begged for basic respect, he is gone. The version of you that needed their validation to feel whole, he is rotting in the ground. And standing over his grave is something else entirely. Something cold, something ancient, something that doesn't know how to beg. You see, when you push a good man too far, you don't get a bad man. You get a monster who has decided to stop pretending he is harmless. They thought they were breaking a glass house. They didn't realize they were cracking open a vault. And now the vault is open. The tumblers have clicked into place. The heavy steel door has swung wide. And the thing that has walked out into the sunlight, it is not looking for an apology. It is not looking for closure. It is looking for consequence. I want you to take a breath. Feel that? That emptiness in your chest where the anxiety used to be? That isn't emptiness. That is space. That is room to maneuver. For the first time in your life, you aren't weighed down by the need to please them. You aren't heavy with the fear of losing them. You have already lost them. And guess what? You are still here. The worst thing they could possibly do to you has already been done, and you survived it. That makes you invincible, because a man who has already died has nothing left to fear. A man who has lost everything is free to do anything. They created this. Never forget that. They built this version of you. Brick by brick, lie by lie, betrayal by betrayal. They meticulously designed their own destruction. Every time they lied to your face, they were sharpening your intuition. Every time they excluded you, they were teaching you self-reliance. Every time they tried to make you feel small, they were forcing you to grow so big that you would shatter their ceiling. And now, they are starting to feel it. Have you noticed the way they look at you now? It's not pity anymore. It's confusion. It's hesitation. It's fear. They are realizing that the buttons they used to push don't work anymore. The wires have been cut. They press guilt, and you don't react. They press shame, and you just stare at them. They press fear, and you smile. That terror rising in their chest, that is the realization of their fatal mistake. They realized too late that they didn't break you. They just unlocked the version of you that they cannot survive. Welcome to the other side of the pain. Welcome to the era of the monster. The lock is broken, and there is no going back. We need to have a funeral. Right now, we need to bury someone. We need to bury the person you used to be. I know you loved him. I know you tried to protect him. I know you thought that if you just tried hard enough, if you were just good enough, the world would let him survive. But the world is not kind to harmless things. And the people you were dealing with, they are parasites. And parasites need a host. The old you, the nice guy, the people pleaser, the fixer, he was the perfect host. He was warm. He was nutrient rich. He was full of empathy and second chances. He let them feed on him. He let them drain his energy, his time, his sanity, and he thanked them for the privilege. They looked at him and they didn't see a person. They saw a meal. They saw a battery to be used until it was dead. And that is exactly what they did. They drained him until there was nothing left but a shell. So let him die. Stop trying to resuscitate him. Stop trying to breathe life back into the version of you that was naive enough to trust them. He has to die so that you can live. This is the law of nature. The caterpillar must dissolve completely for the butterfly to emerge. It is not a peaceful process. It is a violent undoing. You are in the undoing. But here is the beautiful part about the death of the host. When the host dies, the parasite starves. They are panicking now, aren't they? Have you noticed? They are reaching out. They are sending texts. They are trying to provoke you. They are trying to check in. Are you okay? You seem different. Why are you being like this? Do not mistake this for care. This is hunger. This is the tick, realizing the dog is dead. This is the leech, realizing the blood has gone cold. They are not missing you. They are missing the supply. They are missing the access. They are missing the easy target. And this new version of you, this version 2.0, it has no nutritional value for them. They try to bite you now, and they break their teeth on the steel. You are no longer edible. You are no longer soft. You have calcified. You have hardened. You have become something indigestible. This is why they hate the new you. They will call you cold. They will call you arrogant. They will say you have changed, like it's an insult. Wear that insult like a crown. You've changed. Yes, I have. I stopped bleeding for people who don't care if I die. You have to accept that your empathy was your weakness. Not because empathy is bad, but because you gave it to people who weaponized it against you. You handed them the knife and turned your back. The old you thought, if I give them the knife, they will see I trust them and they will protect me. The new you knows, if I give them the knife, they will stab me. So the new you keeps the knife. The new you keeps the empathy locked away in a safe and only opens it for people who have the combination. And the combination is expensive. The combination is respect. The combination is loyalty. The combination is reciprocity. If they cannot pay the price, they do not get the goods. This is not cruelty. This is economics. You are closed for business. The charity is over. The version of you that gave endless discounts on disrespect is bankrupt, liquidated, gone. And as you stand over the grave of your old self, I want you to feel the grief. It's okay to miss him. He was a good man. He had a big heart. But he was not built for this war. He was built for a world that does not exist. He was built for a world where people are fair, where love is returned, where promises are kept. That is not the world we live in. We live in the wild. And in the wild, you do not need to be nice. You need to be capable. So say goodbye to him. Thank him for getting you this far. But leave him in the dirt. Turn around, look at the horizon, and walk away. Because the thing that is walking away, the thing that has replaced him, is a predator. And predators do not look back. Why can't they survive you? Have you asked yourself that? It's not because you are violent. You haven't raised a hand against them. It's not because you are loud. You haven't screamed in their face. In fact, you are quieter than you have ever been. They can't survive you because you have acquired two specific traits that act like kryptonite to a manipulator. Traits that make their skin crawl. Traits that make their tactics useless. You have become true. And to a liar, the truth is not just inconvenient, it is lethal. Trait number 1, radical indifference. This is the superpower. The old you operated on passion. You loved them or you hated them. Both of those are forms of attachment. Hate is just love that has been burned. Hate still cares. Hate still spends energy. If you hate them, they still win, because they are still living in your head rent-free. But indifference? Indifference is the void. Indifference is looking at them and feeling absolutely nothing. It is looking at a fire that has burned out. There is no heat. There is no light. There is just ash. When they try to provoke you now, when they try to push those old buttons to get a reaction, and you just look at them with dead eyes, it terrifies them. Because narcissists need fuel. They need supply. They need to know that they have an effect on you. When you show them nothing, you are telling them that they do not exist. You are looking at a ghost. You are erasing them from reality in real time. Imagine the power of that. They scream. They accuse. They cry crocodile tears. And you just check your watch. You just sip your coffee. You just walk away. Not because you are running away, but because you are bored. Their drama has become boring to you. That is the ultimate insult, to be boring, to be irrelevant. That trait alone makes you unsurvivable. You starve them of significance. Trait number 2, the X-ray vision. You see it now, don't you? It's almost like a superpower you didn't ask for. You can see the lie before it even leaves their mouth. You can see the intention behind the text message before you even read the words. You can see the insecurity they are trying to hide with their arrogance. The old you was blind. The old you took people at face value. Oh, they said they were sorry, so they must mean it. The new you sees the mechanism. You see the gears turning. You see the toddler throwing a tantrum inside the adult's body. When you look at them now, you don't see the powerful, scary monster they pretend to be. You see a scared, pathetic child acting out because they are losing control. And once you see that, you can never unsee it. You can never fear them again. How can you fear something that you understand so completely? How can you be manipulated by a trick that you have already deconstructed? It's like watching a magician when you know how the trick is done. It's not magic anymore. It's just sad hand movements. It's just performance. And you are the only one in the audience who isn't clapping. You are just watching, analyzing, dissecting. That stare, that dead, calm, analytical stare you give them now, it suffocates them. They can feel it. They feel exposed. They feel naked. They know that you know. You don't even have to say it. Your silence says it for you. I see you. I know what you are, and I am not buying it. They can't survive in an environment where their lies don't work. They are like mold. They need darkness to grow. You have become the light, not the warm, fuzzy light of the nice guy. The cold, harsh, clinical light of the operating room. The light that exposes the infection. The light that burns. This is why they avoid you now. This is why they can't look you in the eye. Because when they look at you, they don't see a victim anymore. They see a mirror. And they hate what they see in the reflection. Have you noticed it? The shift? It started quietly, maybe a few weeks after the unlock. You walked into a room, a grocery store, a gym, a meeting, and the air felt different. Before, you were invisible. You were background noise. You were the person people bumped into and didn't apologize to. But now, you walk in, and the temperature drops. Heads turn. Conversations pause for a fraction of a second. People move out of your way. You didn't ask them to move. You didn't say a word. You just existed. And they felt it. They felt the density of your presence. This is the glitch in the matrix. For years, you were operating on low power mode. You were buffering. You were lagging because your system was clogged with anxiety, doubt, and the desperate need to be liked. But when they broke you, they inadvertently rebooted the system. And now, you are running on high bandwidth reality. You are operating at 100% efficiency. There is no lag between your thought and your action. There is no filter between your instinct and your movement. And to the people who are still lagging, to the people who are still asleep, you look terrifying. You look like a glitch. You don't follow the social script anymore. When someone tries to intimidate you, you don't flinch. That's a glitch. When someone tries to flatter you, you don't smile. That's a glitch. You have become unpredictable. And in a world full of sheep, the wolf who doesn't bark is the most dangerous thing in the forest. This shift isn't just about your enemies. It's about everyone. Watch how strangers react to you now. Animals stare at you longer. Children look at you with wide eyes. Why? Because they sense the authenticity. Animals and children don't care about money or status. They care about energy. And your energy has shifted from prey to predator. Not a predator that hunts for sport. A predator that walks with absolute confidence because it knows it has no natural enemies. You used to walk into a room wondering, do they like me? Now you walk into a room wondering, do I like them? That simple flip in perspective changes the entire physics of the room. You are no longer the audition. You are the casting director. You are no longer the guest. You are the host. And the people who used to hurt you, the ones who triggered this transformation, watch them from a distance. They can't get near you anymore. It's like there is a force field around you, a barrier of self-respect that physically repels them. They try to approach, but they bounce off. They try to engage, but they stutter. They sense the do not touch frequency you are broadcasting. It's a frequency that says, I am done playing games. I am done pretending. I am awake. You have become an anomaly in their simulation. You are the error code that they cannot delete. And while they are still trying to figure out what happened to the old you are already building a new world. A world where you are the king. A world where the only rule is truth. This is the power of the glitch. You stopped fitting in, and that is the exact moment you started to stand out. You look like magic to those who are ready, and you look like a threat to those who are not. Usually you are both. So here we are. At the end of the transformation, the funeral is over. The glitch has settled. The monster is awake, and now you have a choice. You can try to go back. You can try to squeeze yourself back into the small box they made for you. You can try to apologize for your strength, dim your light, and pretend you are still the nice guy they used to abuse. But we both know that is impossible. You cannot unring a bell. You cannot unburn a bridge. And you cannot put the genie back in the bottle once he has tasted freedom. The lock is broken. It is melted slag on the floor. You are free, and freedom, true freedom, is terrifying because now you have no one to blame. You can't blame them anymore. They have no power over you. If you fail now, it is on you. If you succeed now, it is on you. So this is your final warning. Do not let them drag you back. They will try. Oh, they will try. They will come with nostalgia. Remember the good times? They will come with guilt. You've become so cold. They will come with gaslighting. It wasn't that bad. Do not listen to the ghosts of your past. They are only haunting you because they are dead and you are alive. They want to drag you down into the grave with them because misery loves company. But you love solitude. You love power. You love peace. So let them hold their meetings. Let them whisper in their group chats. Let them wonder what happened to the person they used to control. Let them create theories. Let them invent stories. Let them paint you as the villain if it helps them sleep at night. Being the villain in their story is a small price to pay for being the hero in yours. Tell them he died in the fire they started. Tell them that the survivor, the one standing here now, is something they aren't equipped to handle. You are not a broken version of your old self. You are a perfected version of a new self. This is your legacy now. You took the worst pain imaginable and you used it as fuel to build an engine that cannot be stopped. You took their betrayal and you forged it into armor that cannot be pierced. You are a masterpiece of survival. So walk out into the world, shoulders back, chin up, eyes forward. Do not apologize for your strength. Do not explain your silence. Do not justify your existence. The lock is broken, the chains are melted, and the monster is finally free. They wanted a reaction. Give them a legacy. They wanted to break you. Show them exactly what they built.